Welcome back to the Shipyard. Today's card of the week, Thomas Riker from the Motley Fleet faction pack. And this is one of the newer cards. But I really like what's going on with Thomas Riker here. And I like the expansion of game design that exists here. But before I get into everything I like, let's talk about the card here. Thomas Riker, 6 skill captain, 4 points. Typically, I prefer paying 3 points for my 6 skill captains, but I'm willing to pay 4 for Thomas here. You do not pay a faction penalty when equipping this card to a Federation ship. Okay, that's nice. Tons of non-penalty options here. You can go on all independent stuff, so Ferengi, Kazon, every single named independent ship, and then Federation, Vulcan, Bajoran. So you got a lot of options. I mean, that's roughly half the game. Then in phase, this ship may perform a maneuver on its dial with a speed of 2 or less. That right there is pretty good. Now that's every single in phase. You get to make an extra move. And it's optional. You don't have to do it. You get to choose. You get to look at the board and go, do I want to make a move? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a 1 reverse. Let's do a 2 turn. Whatever it is, you can do that. And you can just say, hey, I need to move. I need to position myself so that this new place is where I'm going to start my maneuver next round. Now, of course, there are other cards that do this kind of positioning differently. I won't even say better, but differently. Cards that let you move during combat, after you get shot, after you take your shot. Those are inherently more interesting. But Thomas is a card that inherently doesn't change anything about combat. Because combat concludes, now you get to make a move, and now everybody will go through planning and all of that. Here's a niche application. Round 1. You use Thomas Riker's ship to go way forward. I'm talking as fast as you can. 5 straight. Then in the end phase, you do a 2 straight, 2 bank, whatever it is. Now you are in interesting range to cause disruption for where cloaked mines can be placed. That doesn't fully limit everything, but it starts to cause problems with where mines can be placed, and really you're starting to protect the rest of your fleet by doing that. It's not the be all end all. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, hey, this is the only use or the best use with Riker, but it's something. Also, Riker is prevention or reaction potential against lure. When you are put in a bad position, you can now start banking and turning your way out of it. At least on most ships. Some ships you cannot. Very interesting application, very, very weird application is to put them on a Borg ship. And now you can, say, 1 spin or 2 spin, get facing, 90, and then on your next round, you would move forward, sideways, and you could spin or not. But now you're bringing the Borg still in that restricted movement, but within any given round you start to have almost night movement as opposed to only forward backward movement. So you can start to move up and over. It's still limited night movement, but there's some potential. And I think there's actually a given, uh, mm, a fair bit of application there. Now, granted, he is 5 points on a Borg ship, and that's a pricey ask, but he's certainly better than what was it, Delta Flyer 2 Paris, who was only useful on a Borg Scout Cube. So take that with a grain of salt, at least as, hey, here's a much better application for Riker. Um, yeah, I like Riker. I want to mess around more with Riker and seeing what I can really do with him. But I thought that I would at least bring Thomas Riker to the forefront and say, hey, here's a card I've been thinking about recently, and something that I think would be interesting to highlight. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and let's discuss more. All right, thank you all for watching, and until next time, we'll see you around the shipyard. Take care, guys.